Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. This is in the Bible. If you tell one little lie, you will then tell a medium lie. And when you get away with the medium lie, you and I will tell a big lie. And if that works, it goes to huge, and then ginormous, and then it goes on and on. Watch the pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves. Ben Franklin, a penny saved is of more value than a penny paid out. When leaving a monastery to start the Sisters of Charity, Mother Teresa had 2 pennies. She was asked by a head priest what she could possibly do with 2 pennies. She said, nothing, but with 2 pennies and God, I can do anything. Jesus leaving the 99 to find the one seems illogical, irrational, and senseless until that one is you. Until that one is perhaps one of your children, or your sister or brother, or your mom and dad, or grandma and grandpa. I said when I preached about the Good Shepherd is that when Jesus said I had 100 sheep and then I left the 99 to go get the one, that Jesus, if actually a shepherd, would have been put on a performance improvement plan. He would have been put on double secret probation because the wolves and the coyotes are sitting up. The dude left the 99. Let's have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Munch, munch. But Jesus wasn't talking about sheep. He was talking to a bunch of shepherds, and the only way they would understand anything is the kingdom is like, let's just say sheep. I get sheep. But I'm talking about people. Looking for one lost coin seems illogical and irrational and senseless until you realize Jesus isn't talking about coins. I looked at a number of commentaries. Yes, I look at commentaries. It doesn't always show, but I look at commentaries of scholars who tell us what to think and what to ruminate over. And everything I read basically was summarily, it actually had this long thing about how long someone worked in that day and age to be the equivalent of one lost coin. And it's brilliant. And I'm sure it's right. But I don't think that's what it's all about because it's not about money, so don't do that. It's about people. It's about perhaps your child, my child. It's not talking about coins. Years ago, my wife and I went through something called Your Money or Your Life. It was before David Ramsey and all that stuff, and he was on Oprah, so he was a big deal. And what you do for 2 months is you track everything that you spend. And then when you get done with the 2 months, you look at all the things that you spent money on, and numbers don't lie unless you want them to lie. And then you look perhaps and see that you spent $900 in 1 month going out. Well, you better like going out, baby. Because half of that can't be used for something else. But it's about what you value, but it's also not about the money because it's a matter of you and I spend our time and our money on those things we value. And if those things are lost, it's hard to figure out a budget for a church, but it's even harder to find a budget for a community or even harder to find a budget for a government because if you cut funding from stuff, if you cut funding to single mothers and then it continues to be more specific, it matters to them. And that's why it's really important that you and I also as a Christian community, but also you, when you and I pick our leaders and you and I sojourn through that, is that what do we value? And then if that's lost, there are people. There are people behind that. And I guess maybe because I'm the senior pastor here and I know what budgets are about and everything you fine-tune, it's not about the money, honey. It's about the things that it does and the people that it helps.